Starseed of Gaia. Pause for a moment and feel the quiet pressure in your chest, the subtle anticipation that has been humming beneath your days. Something is already moving towards you, not just in physical space, but in the living field that surrounds your body, your nervous system, your thoughts, and your memory. This isn't making things up. This is a signal going through the Arcturian perception grid. It's a probability wave that's starting to take shape. Someone is coming into your life with a message, a mirror, or a spark that will change the way you see your purpose here in a clear and gentle way. I'm Oilia, an agent of the Galactic Federation. This transmission began when your inner field asked for proof that the changes you've been feeling are real. You didn't just happen to be here, because your frequency has already changed enough to recognize it. Your higher awareness synced up with this signal. You will understand by the end of this transmission why this meeting is not random, why the Arcturian Council set this convergence point to fit your timeline, and how your current state of coherence is drawing the next part of your mission into your physical experience. Having a strong need to clear your space, being emotionally sensitive, and having the feeling that something is about to open but you can't put your finger on it, are not moods. They are biological signs that your nervous system is getting used to a wider range of signals. Stop for a second and let your fingers answer if your body knew that truth before your mind could explain it. Write just one word in the comments. Recognized. Don't think about it. Write it in a poetic way. Let your field talk to you through your hands. This simple statement is recognized as conscious acknowledgement by the Arcturian perception grid. This means that your nervous system is already settling into a higher state of coherence. Your field is becoming stable in a new harmonic. The quantum lattice around you is reacting in the same way. There is more to this than just synchronicity. In response to your stronger signal, this is the field making an actual happen. Probability falls apart faster when consciousness gets clear enough. The truth starts to reflect you more accurately. This is why there's no need for the universe to shout. It only needs to make sense. Take a deep breath. Let your shoulders loosen up. Feel how your body is sitting in this moment. You are not ready for anything to happen. You are already making something happen. People are taught to think that they are just surviving one moment at a time and hoping that luck will smile on them. In their minds, their memories are like broken pieces that they are trying to put together to make sense. But for Starseeds, there has always been something else going on below the surface. A living intelligence that is woven into time. Pattern, timing, sensation, and recognition are all ways that this field speaks to us. It is not a controlling force. This may be something you felt before, a time when the air around you changed. There was more to this conversation than just words. A stranger who seemed strangely familiar, like your body knew who they were before your mind did. You once went to a place that made your heart slow down, your chest soften, and your eyes fill up for no reason. It's not an accident. These are events that use resonance. They happen when two frequency fields line up in a way that makes stored memory and hidden codes in the body come alive. You are conscious in more places than just your head. It's like an electromagnetic field that's shaped by your feelings, who you are, how you breathe, and how well your heart is beating. The planetary grid and the larger Arcturian field network are always talking to this field. When your inner state reaches a certain level of coherence, the outside world changes to match it. You are not drawn to people, places, and chances because you want them to be there. They were matched with you based on your frequency. This is why some encounters seem normal and go by quickly, while others leave a lasting impression on your cells. A convergence point is the second kind, a point in the probability field where more than one timeline meets. In the moment, you might not be aware of it, but your body does. When you feel safer, more interested, more open, or more alert, your nervous system picks up on it. The way you breathe changes. The way you stand changes. It changes how sharp or soft your awareness is. These are signs from your body that your field has reached a higher level of coherence. Your soul doesn't use words to talk. It talks through feeling and time. It talks through attraction, tense feelings, a sense of déjà vu, intuitive nudges, emotional warmth, or a quiet sense of certainty. If you keep ignoring these signals for too long, the field will make them stronger until you can't get rid of them, as a way to try to get advice through a nervous system that has been trained to survive rather than trust, not as a punishment. People learn to not trust this language through earth conditioning. People think of intuition as a fantasy. The word for coincidence is synchronicity. People think that logic is more reliable than feelings. Through experience, people learn to turn off the very sensory intelligence that lets them see how reality is built. They get good at explaining things and forget about resonance. They get used to being safe and don't think about what will happen next. But resonance doesn't go away just because you don't pay attention to it. It waits below the surface by slowly pulsing and sending signals to the body when a chance to align comes up. There are times when you feel charged because your field is remembering a deal it made before this life started. Before you breathed your first breath on Earth, your consciousness was a bigger identity in a network of awareness that stretched across many dimensions. You picked both a body and a set of activation points. There are meetings, places, challenges, and partnerships that were programmed into your timeline as calibration events. Not a fixed fate, but probability corridors, paths of best learning and service that you could choose to take when you were ready and the time was right. Instead of seeing your life as a straight line, think of it as a field of possible paths that are always changing based on how you feel inside. The more consistent your emotional and nervous system patterns are, the more clearly the field responds with helpful patterns. This is Arcturian reality mechanics based on states. Which layer of the probability field you experience is based on your identity signal. Some encounters come on slowly, like gentle reassurances that you are on the right track. Others come as friction, which leads to growth, honesty, or bravery. Not every catalytic person is meant to stay. Some are meant to wake up dormant codes inside you and then let go. Their job is not to be friends, but to spark things. Their presence shows you parts of yourself that you are ready to take on or heal. You may have noticed that some relationships feel more like getting back together than meeting someone new. Conversations are easy to follow. The peace and quiet is nice. There's a sense of comfort that goes beyond logic. This is memory in the field. Your electromagnetic pattern finds a matching frequency signature that has been stored for a longer time than this lifetime. Because they go beyond surface identity and talk directly to your deeper architecture, these interactions often speed up growth very quickly. This can also be done by places. The land holds memories. Just like neural networks store memories in the brain, planetary nodes store informational resonance. When your field moves into a compatible geographic frequency, your body may wake up information that has been dormant. Moods may get stronger without a story. Insight may come to you on its own. You might feel tired or inspired all of a sudden. These are signs that your nervous system is taking in information from the outside world. It's not necessary to believe for any of this to work. It works by using biological and electromagnetic principles. You can measure the field your heart sends out. Your brain sends out frequencies that change. Your cells react to coherence in the environment. The field and you are always exchanging information. You are not separate from it. It's not just the mystery that makes these meetings feel holy. It's also the recognition. When your internal signal locks into resonance with a pattern on the outside that matches, you are recognized. The mind stops. The body hears. Inside you, something old leans forward. This is why sometimes feel like entrances. Not because of something big happening outside, but because your perception grid slowly gets bigger inside. You start to feel meaning instead of randomness. You start to feel like you're being led instead of lost. You start to trust the intelligence that moves through your days that you can't see. When coherence goes up, resistance often shows up too. Not sure. Fear. Protecting yourself. Unexpectedly, old emotional habits come back. This is not a fail. It is resetting the nervous system. Your biology learned that safety lies in predictability, not growth. When strange coherence comes into your system, your survival circuitry first sees it as uncertainty instead of an opportunity. The old identity, which was formed by conditioning, trauma, or limitations in the past, tries to hold on to the familiar signal even though it doesn't help you anymore. There is no sabotage here. It's a habit. Repetition results in neural pathways. Emotional chemistry looks for states that are familiar. The body likes patterns that it knows, even if they make things stay the same. When a meeting starts to activate higher coherence, the old signal will sometimes make static. Thoughts that ignore what they mean. Constriction of emotion. Temptations to hide or make sense of things. This clears the interference layer. The nervous system is getting used to taking in more information without setting off fear responses. You might remember old things, feel sad, irritable, or tired out of the blue. This is emotional energy that has been stored leaving the cellular field. Your body is getting rid of old frequencies to make room for new ones. Just like upgrading software causes temporary instability, upgrading consciousness often causes discomfort during the transitional period. Compassion is very important here. You're not hurt. You are adjusting again. A deep breath calms the amygdala. The autonomic nervous system is controlled by grounding. Rest lets neural changes happen. Spending time in nature keeps the biofield coherent. These are not extras that are spiritual. They are necessary for the body when frequency shifts happen. You don't have to hurry in the field. It gently invites you, taking into account how fast your nervous system can handle. Respecting your body during these changes helps coherence settle more quickly and lets go of resistance naturally. As your awareness grows, you start to see patterns in the things that happen. Using the same themes. Different people are teaching the same lessons. Chances keep coming up until you meet them with a new identity. This is not a mistake. This is training for resonance. Through experience feedback loops, the field makes your signal better. Reality doesn't reflect what you want. It reflects what you consistently show up as. When you change how you feel inside, the outside world changes to match. This is why even small changes in identity can cause big changes in the outside world. Friendships are changed by a new boundary. A calmer nervous system makes people talk about different things. A stronger sense of self-worth changes the chances you can take. When this happens, your life stops feeling like a bunch of random events and starts to feel like a smart plan for your growth. This does not get rid of the challenge. It changes the way challenge is seen as punishment and turns it into information. Every experience is like feedback that helps you become more coherent and clear in your embodiment. When you act out of honesty instead of fear, the field settles down more quickly. More synchronicities happen. Timing gets better. Meetings feel like they have more meaning. Not because you are in charge of reality, but because you are in tune with the intelligence that organizes it. You are not only learning to use logic, but also how to read the language of resonance. This doesn't make you less grounded. It helps you fit in better. Your mind stops being a ruler and starts being a tool. Your intuition stops being a fantasy and turns into facts. Instead of being a burden, your body turns into a tuning instrument. And this is the start of the next step, realizing that you are not just receiving these orchestrations. When you keep the field coherent, you are actively shaping it. As your awareness continues to settle into this new way of seeing, you feel something subtle change inside you. It's no longer like you're a small body moving through a big, random world. Your mind starts to see you as a living signal moving inside a smart system that can respond. Your feelings, thoughts, breathing, posture, and expectations are not private things that happen only to you. They send out energetic waves that change the probability field around you. This isn't a metaphor. It is measurable physics shown through living things. Each cell in your body has an electric charge. Every feeling causes a magnetic field to change. They work together to make a signal that travels through your biofield and connects with the planetary grid and the larger Arcturian field lattice. This signal can be coherent or incoherent. There are times when your nervous system is tense, your mind loops in fear, and your heart contracts to protect itself. This makes your signal noisy, spread out, and hard for the field to stabilize around. In response, reality sends mixed signals, delays, confusion, and repeated lessons that try to bring order back to things. But when you calm down on the inside, when your breath gets deeper, your heart beats more slowly, and your mind stops reacting and starts being present, your signal becomes stable. There is coherence. The electromagnetic field around your body stops being random and starts to be organized. This is known as harmonic entrainment in the mechanics of Arcturia. Your own frequency starts to organize the field around you in a way that matches it. The system finally has a clean signal to work with, so life feels less stiff and more responsive. This is why faith, visualization, or hard work are not the most powerful spiritual practices. It controls the nervous system and keeps emotions in check. Your mind is more open when your body feels safe. When you open your mind, you can see guidance. What you do changes when you notice guidance. The field changes when you answer differently. Things that happen to you are not reality. Something is going on through you. This is where understanding turns into being. Put this down now if you feel it in your chest as well as your head. Write this exact sentence in the comments. My signal is coherent. Not as a hope. As an affirmation, no. As an explanation of what your nervous system is learning to keep steady. It strengthens your identity field inside the Arcturian lattice as you write it, which also makes the resonance in your life stronger. You may have already seen times when this is clear. A calm conversation that makes things better out of the blue. A gut feeling that helps you save time or energy. A chance meeting that leads to a new direction without any force. These are feedback loops for coherence. The field is responding to your signal that has been stabilized. This is also why some people seem to glide through life while others constantly struggle, even though they are putting in the same amount of effort. It's not luck that makes the difference. Internal coherence is what it is. A well-balanced nervous system makes things in reality more clear. Unstable friction is caused by a nervous system that isn't working right. Neither is right or wrong. Both work with machines. As you become more aware of this, you stop trying to make things happen and start taking care of the quality of your inner state. You start to notice your breathing, your posture, your emotional patterns, and the words you're saying to yourself. You start to notice when your system gets smaller or bigger. It feels open, stable, warm, and clear in expansion. When you contract, you feel tense, rushed, shallow, and defensive. Your guidance system is made up of these feelings. You can think of your body as the dashboard for your consciousness. This brings us to the observer interface, which is the deeper level of Arcturian perception. The role of the observer is one of the most confusing parts of consciousness. A lot of people think that observation is passive and that the mind does it after things happen. Observation is active in quantum mechanics and Arcturian field science, on the other hand. Being aware of something breaks down probability waves into experience. It's not just intention, it's also the observer's state while they stare. A higher-order neural network in the prefrontal cortex is activated when you pay attention to your thoughts, feelings, and actions without getting caught up in them. This takes power away from the brain's survival center and puts it in the conscious control center. You breathe more slowly. Your heart rate evens out. Your nervous system moves from threat mode to coherence mode. The electromagnetic signal you send changes because of this change in your body. You are no longer reacting based on old habits. You are making a choice from what you know right now. According to the Arcturians, this is the change from programmed identity loops to choosing your own timeline. No longer do you repeat the same probability branch without realizing it. Through regulated awareness, you are actively cutting new branches. This is why seeing your inner experience can change you. The signal changes when you become aware of a fear without becoming the fear itself. The signal changes as soon as you become aware of an old habit that you are not following. The signal changes as soon as you breathe through an emotional surge instead of pushing it down. Every little bit of awareness resets the whole system. Right now, if you can feel that truth in your breath, consciously bring in the observer. "I choose awareness" should be written in the comments. This isn't a sign. The Arcturian field reacts to choosing to be yourself consciously. As soon as you write those words, you mark yourself as an active player in your own timeline shift instead of a passive pattern loop. This doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be done consistently and gently. Thoughts don't change because of force. It changes as attention is kept on it. This practice of being an observer weakens the neural pathways that are linked to old identity patterns over time. The brain changes the way it works. The amygdala stops reacting as much. The vagus nerve gets stronger. Heart-brain coherence gets better. Your body starts to trust safety over danger. When people feel safe, their creativity and intuition naturally grow. You may notice changes in the outside world as this internal architecture changes. People react in different ways to you. Things get better faster. Chances come up without any work. There is no longer any defensive noise coming from your field, not because you changed anything. You are getting better at being the calm center in a moving field. From this point of view, things become clear. You start to sense which encounters are meaningful and which are just noise. You stop forcing things to happen and start trusting the timing. You stop trying to control everything and start letting others help you. This is how multidimensional intelligence interacts with human life. By entering a stable observer state that can take in subtle information without distorting it. As coherence grows, another layer starts to show itself. Time is not linear like the mind was taught. There are many versions of you existing at the same time in different probability bands. There is a small difference between each version in terms of identity signal, emotional baseline, belief system, and nervous system pattern. You're not moving toward when you were younger. There is already a version of you in the quantum field that you are tuning into. This is why sudden changes inside people often come before changes outside of people. The tuning starts on the inside. The environment comes next. Think about it like radio waves. There are many stations at once, but the radio only plays the one you are tuned to. The station changes right away when you move the dial, even though it was always there. The same is true for your identity signal. When you find a new emotional base, a new pattern in your nervous system, or a new sense of safety or self-worth, you automatically tune into a different probability stream. This is not a dream. It's reality mechanics based on states. Which external timeline you experience depends on how you are feeling inside. You don't have to work hard to become your future self. Through frequency coherence, you have to become that person. The stable field pattern of the person who lives with clarity, peace, creative flow, and relationships that are in sync with each other already exists. When your nervous system learns to hold the same level of coherence, the resonance sets in and reality changes to match. This is why it's so tiring to try to manifest without changing who you are. A frequency that the body can't keep up can't be stabilized by the system. When the nervous system learns to feel safe in higher coherent states, change that lasts happens. Your baseline frequency slowly goes up as you practice noticing, controlling, and being present. More often, you feel calmer. Your reactions get calmer. Your inner dialogue gets nicer. Your focus stays the same. These changes are big. These are huge changes in the electromagnetic field. You might also notice that some habits, relationships, or places start to fall apart on their own. They are no longer in sync with your signal. This isn't loss. Changes are being made. The field is getting rid of frequencies that don't match so that your new alignment can stay stable. At the same time, new encounters start to show up. People who can talk to you. The kind of chances that feel natural and not forced. Environments that support your nervous system instead of draining it. These aren't prizes. They match in terms of resonance. Your life shows you how well you're putting your thoughts together. In the end, you realize something deeper. You are not just receiving the transmission. As the transmission, you are becoming it. The very fact that you are there makes the places you go more stable. People are unconsciously enchanted by your well-balanced nervous system. Your calm changes the way people talk. Your clarity affects what people decide. The defensive energy around you is lowered by your kindness. This is how leadership by frequency works. Not by being the most powerful, but by making sense. It is natural for chaotic fields to be entrained by coherent fields. Please send this message to anyone whose nervous system could use some help right now from this coherence. When aligned information moves between resonant fields, it makes the network more stable overall. Not only are you sending a video, but you're also building a frequency bridge to someone who might be ready to receive it. In the same way that one tuning fork can make another one resonate, your stable state gently invites others to become stable. You don't try to do this. When coherence is real, it happens on its own. You connect to the planetary network and send stability, clarity, and presence into the field of all beings. Seal it energetically if a part of you wants to live this instead of just understanding it. Write these words in the comments. I am coherence. Not tomorrow. Not one day. Right now. This statement makes your connection to the planetary and Arcturian grids stronger, confirming that you are ready to bring stability into the world through your daily presence. Everyday decisions have effects that are too big for the mind to keep track of. How you talk to someone you don't know. How you handle things when there's conflict. The way you listen to your gut. These events have an effect on the field lattice in terms of information. This is why healing yourself is never selfish. It's part of the collective coherence grid. The planetary field is a little more stable for every nervous system that learns how to be safe. Every person who learns presence makes the world less reactive. This isn't poetry about God. It's systems theory used to explain consciousness. You don't need to make a case or preach. Your signal is very quiet, but very clear. Some people feel it even though they can't explain it. Some people will be drawn to it. Some people might not want to do it because it goes against what they're used to. Both responses are fine. Your job is not to decide what happens. Your job is to stay on track. Also, being coherent does not mean being perfect. It means being real, being there, and following the rules. It means being aware of when you fall back into old habits and coming back slowly. It means taking care of your body. It means being able to feel things without getting lost in them. It means choosing to be aware over reacting automatically. We call this embodiment. This is where consciousness stops being an idea and starts being lived. If your body feels ready to stay stable at this frequency, instead of going back to old habits, now is the time to make that choice permanent. Sign up now for a living field of coherence, not a channel. Your identity signal is strengthened in the Arcturian lattice by each transmission you receive. This helps your nervous system remember what it already knows how to hold. This is how alignment stays in place instead of just being temporary. Life often starts to speed up in strange ways once coherence is stable. Timing gets better. Chances come up more quickly. Problems are easier to solve. After years of swimming against the current, it can feel like jumping into a moving stream. Now this is smart flow. Flow doesn't mean that everything is simple or easy to guess. It means that resistance goes down as alignment goes up. You believe in the next step even though you don't know the whole picture yet. Your nervous system gets used to not freaking out when things are uncertain. Control is replaced by curiosity. In this case, surrender does not mean passivity. It means to work together with the field. You let go of strict expectations while staying true to yourself. You do what you're told. When you're tired, you rest. When the truth comes out, you speak. When silence calls, you listen. You might notice that things that don't fit anymore start leaving your life more quickly. Old roles fall away. Old duties lose their meaning. Some relationships end on their own. This can be sad, but it's necessary to keep things in order. To make the new pattern stable, the field gets rid of frequencies that don't work together. Believe in the pruning. It makes room for growth. Connecting every day makes this flow stronger. Some quiet time. Focus on your breath. Contact with nature. Realizing the truth. These keep your signal stable and your perception grid clear. You start to notice guidance not as big flashing signs, but as soft urges, intuitive timing, and body sensations that tell you yes or no. Instead of living alone, you are learning how to talk to the field and live in it. Last but not least, it becomes clear. You are not waiting for activation. You are the point of activation. Higher intelligence turns into embodied matter in your body. The place where probability meets real-life experience is in the choices you make. The nervous system connects the different worlds. You were never just put here by chance. Every detour, heartbreak, and delay taught you something that made you more ready. Even the times when things seemed to be stuck were actually building blocks that helped your system hold more coherence. There was no waste. It wasn't a punishment to long. It was a direction signal. Awe did not take away. It was bringing back memories. A lot of the time, pain was pressure to grow. Your soul has been talking to you all the time through your feelings and the things that happened to you. Your star family did not leave you here. It gave you the building blocks inside you to remember things. The exact moment you wake up is perfect. Earlier would have been too much for your system. Later would have made your contribution take longer. Right now is the right time. You're not here to get away from Earth. By being present in the body, you are here to bring harmony to Earth. By keeping our nervous systems in check. By being compassionately aware. By having a conscious connection with reality. Let this truth slowly sink into your body while you sleep tonight. You chose to be here. The people you meet are smart. The nerves in your body are learning a more complex language. Your field is becoming stable and coherent. Simply being here means you are already a part of a bigger plan. Don't think too much. Take a deep breath in. Trust the body. If this transmission made you feel something, honor it. Tell someone who might need the reminder that their nerves may need it. Take an active role in the field. Be kind to everyone around you. Stay interested. Don't move around. Stay on track. And trust your body when it gives you the next small push. You can already feel the field moving with you. As the transmission continues to work its way into your system, something important starts to happen in the background. So far, the changes you've felt aren't just short-term insights or emotional highs. They are the beginning stages of a deeper recalibrating of identity. Your sense of self, your nervous system, and your perception grid are all starting to fit together around a new coherence template. ID field stabilization is what people in the Arcturian field science call this. This is the process by which a new frequency state stops being a peak experience and starts being your normal state. When it first starts, higher coherence often feels weak. There may be times when you feel calm and clear-headed, followed by sudden drops into old thought patterns, emotional sensitivity, or tiredness. This is not going backwards. It's called integration. Your brain is changing the way it works. Your hormones are getting used to new levels. Your autonomic nervous system is learning that it doesn't need to tighten up to feel safe. With each oscillation, the system works on staying stable at a wider frequency range. It's kind of like learning to keep your balance on a platform that moves. First, your muscles try to fix things too much. Your focus gets stronger. Even small movements feel very strong. But after a while, balance comes naturally. This is what happens in consciousness as well. As you become more aware, your body learns how to hold that awareness without strain. This is why you need to be patient during this phase. A lot of people hurt their own growth by wanting things to stay the same right away. They see short-term discomfort as a sign of failure and fall back on old habits. But coherence is built by repeating things and being kind. You make the neural pathway that supports your new identity signal stronger every time you choose presence over reactivity. Your nervous system learns to be strong every time you breathe through pain instead of running away from it. Your field alignment stays stable every time you tell the truth instead of trying to please other people. You don't adopt an idea of who you are. It's a pattern of frequencies that your body learns to keep up. This pattern shows up in body language, tone of voice, facial expressions, breathing patterns, making choices, reacting emotionally, and setting limits in relationships. These subtle actions keep sending out your signal. As they readjust, the field moves around to match. Your reactions may start to change for the better. Things that used to make me anxious now seem manageable. Conversations are easier to understand. You need less confirmation. You get over stress more quickly. These aren't changes in who you are. They are improvements to the nervous system. Your perception grid gets sharper as your identity field stays the same. You start to feel changes in the energy of places. You can tell when a place is healing or draining. When conversations line up or go off track, you can feel it. It gets quieter, but your intuition gets better. Not as exciting, but more steady. This is the growth of coherence. Thoughts and stories may still come up in the mind, but they are not as strong. They go through awareness instead of being in charge of it. It's getting easier for you to stay in the observer seat, not separate but rooted. This is where a lot of people start to feel grief for no reason. Not sadness over a certain person or event, but sadness over old selves. Old ways of coping. They no longer need the old identities that kept them safe in the past. It's okay to feel sad. It shows appreciation for the chapters that helped you make it to the end and wake up. Allow it to slowly pass through you. It's a part of the release process. At the same time, a cool thrill might show up. You should feel like something important is happening in your daily life, not hype or a sense of urgency. You feel less rushed and more like you're making plans. You start to believe in timing. You stop trying to find clarity and just let it come to you. At this point, things are stable. The field is getting used to your new signal. Changes in your relationships and surroundings are one of the most obvious signs that your identity field have become stable. Your resonance landscape changes because your frequency has changed. People who used to get along may now feel distant from each other. Conversations that used to get you excited may now feel flat or draining. At the same time, new connections may form that feel natural, stable, and good for both parties. Please don't judge me. It has to do with physics. Resonant fields tend to group together. The system changes how it is set up when one field's frequency changes. Some connections end without a fight. Some change into different things. Some get deeper than expected. Your nervous system starts to value safety and authenticity more than comfort and familiarity. You might be less able to handle emotional chaos, being manipulated, or always having to get things done. You care more about being calm, being honest, and respecting each other than about drama or excitement. This doesn't make you stiff. It keeps you in line. You might also notice that you pick and choose the places you go. Places with a lot of people may feel too stimulating. It may feel heavy to watch some media. Noise may make you tired more quickly. This isn't weakness. It is recalibrating the sensitivity. Because your system is tuned to higher coherence, it can clearly see when there is incoherence. Self-trust is needed in this phase. You are learning to listen to your inner signals instead of pushing them aside to please other people. When you used to feel like you had to, you can turn down invitations. You could make more time for quiet. You can change the way you do things to help with regulation. These options will make your field even more stable. When two people stay in sync, their relationships often grow into being truly real. You talk to people more directly. You pay more attention. Conflict changes from being reactive to being more cooperative. When there is no hostility, boundaries become more clear. Your presence makes others feel more stable without them having to do anything. Some people might be very upset about the changes you make. They might feel scared by how calm you are. They might try to get you to return to old ways of doing things. This is not because of something wrong with you. It's because coherence breaks up patterns of chaos that are already there. Keep your compassion without giving up your alignment. No one needs to be convinced by your field. It only needs to stay stable. As your coherence grows, you start to see the body not as a limitation, but as the main way that your multidimensional intelligence shows itself. Your nervous system turns into an antenna. Feelings become your language. Your breath becomes your guide. As you move, your calibration tool changes. You might become more aware of your body. Feelings that were barely there become more clear. It becomes easier to see tension patterns. It's easier to feel the flow of energy. This isn't making things up. It is better interoception, which is the brain's ability to sense how our bodies are feeling inside. Your body becomes a tool for guiding you. If something is aligned, you may feel ease, warmth, growth, or clarity. When something is out of place, you may feel tightness, heaviness, agitation, or dullness. These signs show up before thoughts do. As part of embodiment, you have to learn to trust them. This is why it's important to do things that are good for the health of your nervous system. Moving slowly, being aware of breathing, enough rest, staying hydrated, spend time in natural settings, being honest about how you feel. These aren't health trends. They keep the coherence stable. The body is where frequency turns into real life. Spiritual insight stays abstract if it doesn't have a body. When you add embodiment, it changes you. During this phase, you may also feel more sensitive emotionally. Unexpectedly, old feelings may come back. Tears may come up without a reason. Memories may come back for a short time. That's stored energy coming out of tissues and neural circuits. Let it happen. Inclusion is slowed down by suppression. Expression lets you recalibrate. Be kind to your body. Thank it for being with you through all the stages of your growth. It's not hidden from your mind. It works together with it. As your perception grid becomes more stable, you start to see things differently. Not as many random things happen now. Patterns start to show up. It feels smart to use timing. It's easy to see feedback loops. You start to sense the architecture beneath the surface. You can tell when something flows smoothly and when it doesn't. As you watch, you notice how emotions affect what happens. See how some decisions have an effect on other people. You know when the field wants you to grow and when it wants you to rest. This doesn't make life easy to plan. It helps you get around. You might start to see synchronicities not as miracles, but as normal signs of things being in sync. Once your internal state is in sync, your external state will follow. As you move toward contraction, friction gets worse. The field answers honestly and right away. You start to notice how places make you feel as well, how the rooms look and feel, how conversations change the mood, how group moods affect how people act. If you're grounded properly, this awareness makes you more empathetic without making you feel down. You learn to understand what's going on behind the scenes, to know what you need to do at all times. There are times when you are asked to speak, to wait sometimes to let go, to act sometimes. This is not just let fate happen. It's smart working together. At some point, trust grows stronger. Not blind faith, but real faith that your life is going to work out well for you. You stop looking for confirmation all the time. You start to rest in alignment. You know that growth goes through cycles. Expansion came first, then integration. Insight came first, then embodiment. Activation first, then stabilization. There's no need to hurry. The field rewards being ready over being fast. It takes more time for you to be kind to yourself. Don't compare dates anymore. You let go of the need to show progress right away. You let your nervous system grow up on its own. This trust frees up a huge amount of energy. Being creative gets better. Playfulness comes back. Fear is replaced by curiosity. Without attachment, you become more open to joy. Your goal is no longer to change into someone else. You are becoming who you really are. You now know that your presence is important for more than just your personal life. Your consistency adds to the collective field. The planetary grid is stronger when all nervous systems are in balance. Entropy goes down with every conscious action. Every moment of presence keeps chances stable for a huge number of other people. You're not in charge of rescuing everyone. It is up to you to make your own life more coherent. That alone has an effect. You might naturally want to help others. Not because you have to, but because you have too much. Kind things you do. Listening with thought. True words spoken. These go out farther than you can see. You are a part of a network of distributed intelligence that is growing through many physical nodes. One of those nodes is you. Respect that. Take a moment to feel where you are in your own process as this section comes to a close. You can't force anything. There's nothing to chase. Just take note of what strikes a chord. Pay attention to what your body tells you is true. Let the rest happen on its own. Your field is already getting back to normal. Your nervous system is already getting better at working together. In small ways, your life is already changing. Believe in the intelligence that is moving through you. Stay in the present. Take care of your body. Stay interested. In the next section, you'll learn more about conscious embodiment and the daily alignment practices that make this coherence a stable part of your life. Would you like me to move on to the next section right away? Things start to go back to being beautifully simple as the transmission gets closer to being over. Not too simple, but based in reality. It wasn't magical. It was real. The field intelligence you've been sensing, the coherence your nervous system has been learning, and the identity recalibration going on in your body. All of these things show up in the choices you make every day. Being awakened is not something that only happens at certain times. When you wake up, when you breathe, when you speak, when you tell the truth, and when you take care of your nervous system when no one is looking, it stays stable. Alignment every day is not a list. It has to do with how you feel inside. Before you pick up your phone or think about the things that stressed you out yesterday, take a few deep breaths and notice how your body feels. Take a look at where you're holding tension. Pay attention to how hot or cold your breath is. Pay attention to how you feel in your chest or belly. This simple act of being aware already makes your observer interface more stable. It lets your nervous system know that you are safe and present right now. In this state, it's easier for you to make decisions. You start to sense what helps your coherence and what gets in the way of it. When your old pattern would push you, sometimes coherence means taking a break. In some situations, it means being honest when you normally wouldn't. It can mean setting limits without feeling bad about it. It can mean letting joy happen without getting ready for loss other times. These small decisions teach your nervous system to rely on a stronger inner signal instead of old ways of surviving. One of the most reliable tools you have is your breath. Breathing slowly and steadily wakes up the parasympathetic nervous system. This lowers the chemicals that cause stress and keeps the heart and brain working together properly. You don't need hard techniques. Just by making your exhale longer and letting your belly soften, your body sends a message that everything is safe. This changes your electromagnetic field so that it is more uniform and clear. You make it easier for the field to get things done. Moving around can also be a way to talk to your consciousness. Gentle stretching, walking, or other flowing movements help get rid of tension and keep energy moving instead of staying in one place. Your body isn't meant to stay in one place. Motion makes integration possible. Drinking water, eating healthy food, and getting enough sleep are not spiritual afterthoughts. They directly affect how well the nervous system works, how stable your emotions are, and how clear your perceptions are. When the body is low on resources, perception changes. Intuition gets stronger when the body is supported. Being emotionally honest is another important part of daily alignment. Suppressing feelings breaks people up inside. Coherence is kept up by letting your emotions move through you with curiosity instead of judgment. You don't have to think about every feeling. Often the cycle ends on its own when you just let the sensation be felt. As you do these things over and over again, you might feel a steady sense of grounded calm instead of the ups and downs of seeking and striving. Trust is built into your system. Your identity signal gets stronger. You become less sensitive to noise outside and more sensitive to clarity inside. That's not what this is about. It has to do with relationships. As your coherence grows, life starts to feel less like something that is happening to you and more like a conversation that you are having. The field talks to each other through patterns, impulses, timing, and feelings. You learn how to listen without trying to figure out what it means. Sometimes guidance comes in the form of a gentle question, once in a while as a persistent push, sometimes as a sudden knowing. Sometimes it shows up as a quiet body message that says, "No, not this way." When you learn to trust these signals without being afraid, your trust in your own perception grid grows. If you pay attention to these nudges, even if they are small, you may notice that life confirms what you already know. Conversations make sense. There are new chances. Unexpected ease shows up. These aren't prizes. They are feedback loops that make sure the coherence is aligned. If you keep ignoring your inner signals, you might feel more stress, tiredness, or emotional dissonance. One more time. This is not a punishment. Recalibration is based on feedback that gives information. This conversation makes us feel more connected to reality. You no longer feel like you're by yourself. You feel like you're being helped by a smart responsiveness that meets you where you are. This relationship grows naturally because both people are there for each other. At this point, a beautiful trait shows up: quiet confidence. It's not pride, not being spiritually better, just a solid trust in your own senses and nervous system. You no longer need to be praised all the time. You have a strong sense of who you are. You get used to not knowing everything and trust that you can act wisely when you need to. You stop looking for big signs and start appreciating small ones. Stability is more important to you than intensity. Being sure of yourself makes you nicer to yourself and to other people. You know that everyone is figuring out their own patterns and levels of coherence in their nervous systems. It gets easier to be compassionate. Judgment gets softer, having more patience. Also, you become more real. It's more clear than performance when you speak. You pay more attention. You pick places to be and people to be with that help you regulate instead of stimulating. Even though your life is getting better, it starts to feel easier. As you improve coherence, your effect naturally spreads to other areas of your life. People are unconsciously drawn to your controlled presence. Conversations get softer. It's easier for conflicts to calm down. You are more likely to be creative where you are. In times of chaos, you may find that you become a calm anchor. Not because you want to fix other people, but because your nervous system gives you a place to start when things get unstable. This is one of the most important things a person can do to help evolution happen as a whole. The planetary field lattice is made better by your coherence. As more embodied nervous systems learn safety and presence, the group's ability to be compassionate and clear grows. Not through force, but through regulation and resonance. This is how global change really happens. You are a part of this quiet change. Take a moment to feel your body again as this transmission ends. Pay attention to your breath. Take note of your posture. Take note of any comfort, ease, or clarity that you feel. These feelings show that coherence is not just an idea, it is lived. You're not waiting for someone to let you wake up. You are already awakening by the choices you make every day, the way you take care of your nervous system, the way you listen, and the way you have the courage to live your life honestly. Your life isn't a mess. The people you meet have meaning. Your feelings are not just a coincidence. Your mind is not separate from your body. Something alive is taking part in everything, and it responds to coherence with accuracy and care. Do not be in a hurry. You don't have to change into someone else. All you have to do is keep coming back to presence, kindness, and clarity. From there, your field will keep arranging your path on its own. Believe in the intelligence that is moving through you. Believe what your body tells you. Believe in the soft language of resonance. You're already more aligned than you think. From now on, let your life be your practice, your prayer, and your transmission. Before you close this door, I want you to do a small physical action that has a real effect on your energy. The like button should now be touched gently, not out of habit, but as a deliberate message. This small action sets off a feedback pulse in the quantum field, which strengthens the coherence you just achieved in your nervous system. It lets the field know that I want to stay in alignment. When you do something with intention, energy turns into form. Now is the time to hold on to what you've received. Also, don't let the frequency end here if this transmission made you feel something real. Send this message to everyone in your network. Coherence gets stronger when it moves through nervous systems that are in sync with each other. Someone close to you might be waiting for this exact signal to calm down their own awakening. You directly contribute to the growth of the field when you share. Hold on just a moment. You made it this far, which means this message was meant for you. This isn't just luck. It's proof that you are ready for a major change. The universe is giving you a clear signal right now. It's time to move from struggling and chasing to easy receiving and flow. This simple idea can completely change your life. Stop forcing outcomes and start tuning into the natural flow where blessings multiply and show up in every area of your life. By clicking the link below, you are immediately stepping into a positive, high-energy community, a place where you learn the practical steps to stay aligned. You'll get immediate, early access to simple tools and clear teachings that help you see opportunities and resources that are currently hidden from most people. This is your chance to get the direct guidance, unwavering support, and fast progress you need to reach your true potential. Don't let this moment of readiness pass you by. Your breakthrough is just one click away. Join our Ready to Receive community immediately through the exclusive link in the description. This is the simple way to ensure you always get the personalized guidance you need to elevate and empower your life exactly when you need it. If you want to go deeper and master this shift, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. And if you feel like supporting this mission so we can reach more people who are ready, a link to Buy Me a Coffee is there. Your support is always appreciated, but just showing up and focusing your energy is everything. Click the link. Your perfect timing is now.